I loved my time in Seattle, but it was time to move on.
Make no mistake about it, we view those who left as traitors. Tonight, we settle the score.
I just want to be given the chance.
You were the pioneers that built women's football.
The opportunity to succeed. Or even to fail.
You are the league of their own.
Figure out what the you need to do mentally to be able to sacrifice everything for the girl next to you.
You better knock the shit out of her.
Put the hurt on them first. Keep them on the ground. Stick your foot on their throat.
A look at Pike's Place Market and the famous fish toss as LFL Football Night arrives to Seattle. Welcome inside the booth of LFL Football Night. An interesting matchup. The Nashville Knights battling the Seattle Mist. Why do I say interesting? Normally this would be an expansion team versus a Legends Cup championship team. Not a game you necessarily would look forward to. But the dynamics have changed completely, especially this offseason. You've got the Nashville Knights going over and signing the entirety of that Seattle Mist core championship group, led by quarterback KK Matheny, running backs Stevie the Bull Schnorr and Dominique Malloy, league MVP Jade Randall. If that wasn't enough, they also signed Danielle Hawkins, one of the more dominant defensive players in our game. So what does that leave for the Seattle Mist? Not much. They had to reinvent themselves, including hiring an entire new coaching staff. The only consistency, Michelle Angel, who played safety with that championship team, now will play quarterback tonight and for the foreseeable future. With that said, I welcome in my broadcast partner, Bobby Huco. Now, Bobby, can you appreciate the animosity that this Seattle Mist team has for the Nashville Knights as a franchise? They really hired and signed everybody from that championship team.
It's a crazy situation. Every player in the LFL signs a one-year contract. At the end of the season, you expect a couple to try free agency. But when the vast majority of a championship team leaves with their coach for one city, it's not a good situation. And then the quarterback, KK Matheny, who won 2 championships here, and her running back, Stevie the Bull Schnorr, the fans gave her nickname, the Bull. They went down to Nashville. They told everybody, including the league, hey, we're just going down there to help our teammate, Danica Brace, who was just named the LFL's first female coach. Well, we find out that was a lie. They were plotting the whole time to bring all the star players down there to play for Danica. They let the cupboard bare in Seattle.
Now that also included the head coach, Chris Michelson. It wasn't just the athlete free agents all coming over to Nashville. Chris Michelson, who's one of the more accomplished coaches, in fact, a Hall of Fame coach in this league, made it very clear during the regular season that his intentions were to retire this offseason. Fast forward to the offseason, Chris Michelson has taken more plane rides to Nashville than Elvis Presley has. He's the impromptu offensive coordinator and really a consultant for this team. To take it a step further, Chris Michelson, according to current Seattle head coach Eric Bellamy, had no assistance, provided no assistance in the transition to this new head coach. Can you explain that situation at all?
It's a bad situation. Usually, like Obama did with Trump, you help with the transition. New coach doesn't know the league, you help him out. And Chris Michelson, he decides to say, yeah, I'm retiring, and then go become the OC for Nashville. Not a good situation. They should have been honest from the start and say, listen, we want to play with our old teammate, my old player, talk to the league, see what they can do, but they didn't. Seattle, this fan base is upset, and it's a hostile crowd out there tonight. Should be interesting.
It's championship night here in Seattle, and an unwelcome homecoming for some. It's the Nashville Knights versus the Seattle Mist. Say it with me. Kickoff is next. As the sun prepares to set here in Seattle, Washington, we get underway for LFL Football Night.
You can feel it. You can cut the tension with a knife inside this arena tonight.
That is Rachel Bauman getting us underway. A high kick, but a short one. That'll be fielded at about the 10. And a nice tackle by Nene Gleaves on Kiera Williams. So the Seattle offense will take over with Michelle Angel as its quarterback. We visited with Angel.
You know, I'm very excited to be back in a leadership role, playing quarterback again. I had a great experience in Dallas, and, you know, I was really looking to play quarterback last year. I was able to, you know, fill the role that they needed me to play, but definitely excited and ready to be back on the offensive side of the ball and show everyone what I can do at quarterback.
There is a new sheriff in town in Seattle. Bye-bye, KK Matheny. Hello, Michelle Angel.
Angel stepped in beautifully with a 121 quarterback rating in 17 and wasting no time looking down the field to Savannah Woods and a drop pass. A lot of green grass ahead of Wood if she held on.
Savannah Woods, she's a great receiver, but no hands on that play. Right on the money. The first pass of the game, that would have been a huge play for Seattle.
Woods surprisingly quick in the open field for her size, and that's head coach Eric Bellamy a little frustrated early as a golden opportunity goes by the wayside. Now a 2nd and 10 handoff. That interior defense led by Danielle Hawkins, a great stop. Let's meet Seattle's offense.
Ashley Baker, wide receiver. Kiera Williams, wide receiver. Misty Gonzalez, your tight end.
Savannah Wood, tight end.
Nicole Peterson, your center. Jasmine Carter, running back.
Michelle Angel, quarterback.
Obviously, all eyes are on Michelle Angel tonight. Her first start in Seattle, and she's got a gun. She's coming out throwing.
Down the field, not connecting with Kiera Patterson. There was some contact between Patterson and the corner.
She cut her route off. Because she cut her route off. She hit her. Man, you're trash.
Angel is 100% right. She was gone by her. She cut the route off while the ball was in the air. Should have been pass interference.
That early missed call and the drop by Wood has this Seattle offense now facing a 4th and 13 at its own 12-yard line.
Those would have been huge plays, especially the first play of the drop ball.
A 4th and 13 into the flat and incomplete.
Oh, damn, you gotta hit me hard, dog. You gonna have to hit me hard.
Angel getting up barking at Whitney Palmer, certainly has the sass. And look at the hit Palmer puts on Angel. Sportsmanlike of Palmer to let up as now Nashville takes over. That is KK Matheny. We met with her as well.
For me, the reason I'm playing for Nashville now is my mom ended up getting sick in November. I moved back home to Florida with my family. Spent time with them for a long time. Ended up not thinking I was going to play football. Then Danica Brace, one of my best friends of all time, calls me on my birthdays, calls me, you know, anytime I'm sick. She hit me up and said, "You want to play football this year?" And so I couldn't say no. So that's where I'm at.
A lot of fans here in Seattle did not know that story about her mom being ill. They just thought she went to play with Danica Brace in Nashville. That's the real story right there, and I don't blame her.
17, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
And we've got a false start on the Nashville offense, in particular Nene Gleaves. So what was great field position now turns into good field position, still at the Seattle 17-yard line.
The last thing you want to do is let the Knights of Nashville start in the red zone going in on their first drive.
Especially with this high-powered offense. They are missing Jade Randall, but certainly with Dominique Malloy, Stevie Schnorr, and Whitney Palmer, plenty to choose from. And this is Nene Gleaves. She was not on the radar coming in, but a nice-looking 10-yard run as we meet Nashville's offense.
Nicole Phillips, center.
Dominique Malloy, wide receiver.
Danielle Hawkins, tight end.
Whitney Palmer, tight end.
Chelsea Nicole, wide receiver.
Stevie Schnorr, running back.
KK Matheny, quarterback.
Head coach Danica Brace told me to watch out for Nene Gleaves. A lot of people don't know about her, probably the most talented player on the team. She just didn't know the offense in the first game. She does tonight.
2nd and 5, ball at the Seattle 7. That's Matheny. A great looking pass into the end zone to Palmer, just off the hands of the rookie.
First game we said Palmer could be the rookie of the year after her play, but not like this. Corner pattern wide open, Matheny on the money, you have to make that catch.
So we've seen a couple key drops on both sides. Savannah Wood with that opening pass dropped into the flat. She could have possibly scored, and certainly there, Whitney Palmer had a gift-wrapped touchdown that she drops.
I always say big players have to make big plays in big games. This is a big game. 2 key drops.
3rd and 5, ball remains at the 7 of Seattle. That is a toss left to Dominique Malloy. Lightning in a bottle, that time contained and held to 4 yards. Let's meet Seattle's defense.
Kiera Williams, corner.
Stacy Jackman, corner.
Christine Cortez, strong safety.
Kara Bryant, free safety.
Savannah Wood, linebacker.
Brittany O'Connor, defensive end.
Kat Matabeo, defensive end.
The key for Seattle tonight is middle linebacker Savannah Wood. Somehow she has to shut down that wildly strong running game of Nashville.
So it comes down to this, a 4th and 1 at the Seattle 3-yard line in front of this really packed house. A great open field tackle. Let's see if they give her the yard and move the sticks. Yes, it'll be a 1st and goal here, despite the great tackle by number 1, Kiera Williams.
Williams is one of the most physical cornerbacks in the league. To make that tackle one-on-one on Stevie the Bull Schnorr, it's a great tackle, but you're right, she got the first down.
The Bull, when she gets that head of steam, really tough to get down, especially around that goal line.
It's like trying to tackle a Coke machine. I would not want to be in Williams' shoes right there.
So this Nashville offense, hearing it from this crowd, a crowd that started filling in very early. You could see that packed end zone. A 1st and goal from the 2, toss left, and breaking through some traffic. Touchdown Nashville, the rookie Nene Gleaves.
Gleaves is all she was built up to, power and speed. There's not a whole lot of great blocking outside. Watch this. She makes 1 cut inside, then back out through 2 Seattle players and gets in the end zone. A lot of power to that back.
Somebody's going to need to step up on this roster in absence of Jade Randall, and certainly, at least early, Nene Gleaves is making that case.
We knew about the great combo they had with Malloy and Stevie Schnorr. You have the Roadrunner and then the Bull, the power and speed. Now, with Nene Gleaves, you have both power and speed, a 3-headed monster now in that backfield.
Nashville lining up for the 1-point conversion. That is Gleaves in motion. From under center, handoff, Dominique Malloy, and speeding into the end zone. That will extend Nashville's lead to 7-0 and take us to our first break here from Seattle, Washington, with the Nashville Knights up 7-0.
LFL Mobile, giving you access to the gridiron goddesses of the LFL with exclusive photos, videos, live game reporting, and fan promotions. LFL Mobile. Download on your Android or iPhone.
Hey, keep it up and just go fucking demolish them. I don't care how big they are. They're slow as shit. DNs, they're so fucking slow. She's down in a 3-point stance for God knows why. You should be gone and fired off in your track stance. You should be back there already.
That is Danica Brace, the first ever female head coach in the LFL. As we welcome you back to LFL Football Night, Mitch Mortaza and Bobby Huco on the call as Seattle now finds itself trailing this game 7-0.
That was the game plan for Nashville. Put some serious heat on Michelle Angel from off the edge. It looks like they're going to keep that up.
And that's Danielle Hawkins, one of the free agent signings we talked about from Seattle, making the stop on the 5'9", 190-pound Savannah Wood. Now a 2nd and 10 play, and Angel just throwing it away, barely eluding the sack, and we've got another penalty on the field. We'll hear shortly here from Nick Martin, our head referee tonight. Martin, a veteran referee in the LFL.
Illegal motion, number 1 of the offense. 5-yard penalty, Pete, 2nd down.
So that's a false start on Kiera Williams. That'll back up the offense once again.
That Nashville defensive line doing a great job so far. I know it's early in the game, but they're collapsing the pocket on Angel. She's taking shots every time she throws the football, and that's going to add up by the 4th quarter.
Any quarterback taking this kind of punishment, it is gonna tally up. Although Angel was the top-rated passer in 2016 with her time with the Dallas Desire. Now a quick dump off, this time connecting with Wood. And Wood jumping over defenders. A 17-yard connection. We did not know that Wood could move like this.
She could move. Michelle Angel said it might be her go-to target. What a read by Angel. They came hard off the edge. It was a wide release. When the DE comes in, Wood releases outside. Angel put it right on the money.
And that pass was a bit wobbly and not as hard. If she got the ball to Wood earlier, we could have seen some more yardage out of that play.
Great catch and run by Wood.
So a 1st and 10. That is a handoff to Jasmine Carter. Carter, a Tacoma, Washington native. They like her at the running back position.
They sure do. Great play by Stevie Schnorr. You know, it's funny, we talk so much about the Bull on offense as a running back. She's one of the top middle linebackers in the league, but we never talk about that.
Overshadowed, absolutely, by her dominant play at the running back position. But Stevie Schnorr also played middle linebacker for the Seattle Mist the last 2 seasons. Now dropping back to pass, Angel working the flat again. This time overshooting her target, Savannah Wood. So Seattle not shy in exposing, really showing their cards early. They like what they've seen with Angel and Wood.
Right. Head coach Eric Bellamy, he told me the game plan was pass first tonight, try to open up that defense, and they're doing it. And I would too. When you have a quarterback as skilled as Michelle Angel, mechanically probably the best in the league. The only reason she didn't start last year is because KK McTheny was a championship quarterback coming back for another year.
So a 3rd and 9, ball at the Nashville 22. An ugly looking handoff from Angel to Wood. Another great tackle by Stevie Schnorr. We've got both of these beasts mic'd up. Let's listen in.
Wow, that is power versus power. The Bull hitting Savannah Wood, the lumberjack.
Now that's a cool nickname. Savannah Wood picked that up. We are in the Pacific Northwest. She's 5'9", 190. So they're going to call her the lumberjack up here.
I love that, lumberjack Wood.
Meanwhile, this Seattle offense on a vital 4th and 8. This is Angel back to pass under pressure. And that is intercepted by Heidi Ann and returns it to about the Seattle 15-yard line.
Again, serious pressure on Angel. She has to get rid of it early. Not a great read. But I got a feeling Heidi Ann ran through the receiver to make this catch. Yes, she did. That might be coming back.
That is the call down on the field, and pass interference on Heidi Ann. So that'll set up the Seattle offense nicely inside the 11 of Nashville.
This is a big break for Seattle. That ball was behind her. I'm not sure she even had to make a play on that. It was not going to be completed. She hit the receiver. Now Angel gets the ball back.
That was a 4th and 8, so a golden opportunity for this Nashville defense to get off the field. Instead, it'll be a 1st and 10 for Seattle.
Good job. That's a bullshit-ass call. Bullshit-ass call. Good fucking job.
Danica Brace not agreeing with the call. Nonetheless, we are at the end of the 1st quarter in a 7-0 game.
LFL Mobile, giving you access to the gridiron goddesses of the LFL with exclusive photos, videos, live game reporting, and fan promotions. LFL Mobile. Download on your Android or iPhone.
Back to Seattle, Washington. Let's go down to the field.
Give it to her. Their secondary is garbage. We are dropping the football. Their secondary has given us everything. Everything, and we've dropped the football. We've got to start catching the ball.
Hey, they see that the Savannah shit's not working. They're going to keep going back to it, and we're going to keep stopping it, so they have to adjust their game, okay? Great pickups on the tight ends. Keep talking, you guys. It's fucking wonderful.
Ah, she ain't blocking for the shit. She going to be all right, though. She'll be all right. Come on. Hey, see what I'm saying? Go.
A couple talkative coaches, Eric Bellamy and Danica Brace, both feeling good about where their teams are right now.
Both game plans are working. For Bellamy, he was going to attack the secondary. He is. just the receivers aren't catching the ball. And with Brace, she is happy with the defense, but they're not picking up the tight ends.
So a 1st and 10 from the 11. That is Savannah Wood, the lumberjack, deep. Instead, they go to the passing game. Another drop, this time by Kiara Williams.
Ball right on the money by Angel. Kiara Williams, she's going to need some help from her brother who plays wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks, Kason Williams. That's another drop pass for Angel.
Those are opportunities you are not going to get back against a powerhouse team like the Nashville Knights.
They're all focus drops. You just have to catch the ball with your eyes first.
A 2nd and 10 keeper. This is Angel. Touchdown, Seattle. And that is the mobility that number 7 gives you.
She has talent, read option. She pulled the ball out late, completely faked out the defensive end who had a shot at her. Watch her cut inside. That should be tackled right there. She breaks inside, cuts back one more time. Michelle Angel bringing the sexy back to Seattle.
Angel gives you that variable that you don't get with KK Matheny. That is mobility. And that's why a lot of people thought she was the better starter last year. Fast forward to 2018, Angel gets her shot, but not on this extra point attempt. Sacked by Whitney Palmer. And now we got some fisticuffs. That is Angel getting after it. She is not your typical quarterback, very feisty. We are seeing tensions here. This is what we expected. Angel at the bottom of that pile.
Get your fucking teammate. Let's go. Get your fucking teammate. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on. You all right? You good? That's you, my girl. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That should be on both sides. Are you serious?
13 came off the bench.
13 over here.
13 over here came off the bench and straight up shoved her.
Okay.
Really? I gotta get 13. She came off the bench. You know she did. You know she did.
Fuck! Don't you come off the bench again. Are you serious? Man, we was gonna get away with that. You fucked it up.
You gotta love the intensity of Coach Bellamy and the quarterback, Michelle Angel. O'Neal did come off the bench.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Seattle, number 13, for coming off the bench. That penalty will be added from the 10 to the 20-yard line. First down, Nashville.
Nick Martin not winning over a lot of fans here in Seattle, calling Karen O'Neal for coming out of the bench. That is a penalty. They're going to watch that pretty closely. They know tensions are running high between these two.
Right. I do like it, though. I'm going to give credit to Karen O'Neal. Your quarterback is getting hit by the other team. I know it's a penalty, but that shows support to protect your quarterback. That's going to help team morale down the line.
And this is a team, a roster of really unknowns. As we take a look here at Karen O'Neal, they're really trying to build an identity and form a bond.
There is no love lost between these two teams. Everybody knows all the star players for Nashville won the championship last year with Seattle. All these new Seattle players want to come out and punch them right in the nose.
So a 1st and 10 after all of that. Ball at the Nashville 25, and that's a fumble. Recovered by Savannah Wood. So the Lumberjack getting a much-needed turnover for this defense.
They bring Gleaves in motion. Great handoffs. She didn't take the football. The rookie didn't know she was going to get the football. What a break for Seattle.
There is a penalty here. Early indication this may go against Seattle.
Illegal formation, defense, having 4 players inside the box. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That's bullshit. No, that's bullshit. They just had a bullshit call. Man, y'all smooth.
Head coach Eric Bellamy getting after everybody here as his defense gave up a golden opportunity with the stop with the Lumberjack recovery of the fumble, Savannah Wood.
Man, get your ass off the field. Get off the field.
That's Karen O'Neal receiving a tongue lash from Eric Bellamy. Meanwhile, on the field, a reverse to Malloy. And that'll be good enough for another Nashville first down.
Referee Nick Martin calling a tight game tonight. Doesn't want this thing getting out of control.
she swings,
Get back on the bench. Get back on the bench. Get back on the bench. What do you got?
If we're gonna kick them, we kick them both. Otherwise, we're done. The only problem I have is over here takes her helmet off and fucking beats her upside the head with it.
This one over here?
Yeah, the one with their helmet off, 12.
Number 12? So you want to go on her? That's a bit extreme.
Well, I mean, takes her helmet and fucking swings her. So helmet. Pull her for a series.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, we just talked about that. She snatched her helmet off. We just talked about that. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Bring 12 out for a series, please. No.
Oh my God. She had her helmet snatched off.
I'm not talking to you.
Coach, shut up.
She took her helmet off and used it as a weapon.
Dude, I just sat right here. She was trying not to get hit. I'm standing right here. I'm standing right here.
She took her helmet off and hit the other
person. Oh my God. Fucking gotta be fucking kidding me. Denise, go. Hurry up. Hurry up.
Number 12 is Kat Marabello. Apparently she took her helmet off and used it as a weapon against the Nashville
play,
crowd.
Unsportsmanlike contact, number 12 of the defense, taking her helmet off and using it as a weapon. 10-yard penalty. Correction, half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Seattle is killing themselves right now.
And we'll go to a media timeout. Seattle inching back into the game, but a golden opportunity lost.
I'm tired of y'all. Y'all talked and cried the whole fucking 5 months. Now's the time it's here. Start playing. Tired of y'all crying, Facebook and all that shit. Start playing fucking football.
And we're back to LFL football night. If we thought we missed a beat with Chris Michelson retiring, we've picked it up and then some with Eric Bellamy on that sideline.
I love this guy, the new coach, Eric Bellamy. He's not like Michelson, he's more like Martin Lawrence.
And that'll set up a 1st and goal. Ball at the 7, a quick screen to the bull. That is Stevie Schnorr. Good pursuit by that Seattle defense. In fact, we met with Schnorr and talked about the move to Nashville.
The reason that I went and played for Nashville this year, at the end of last year's season, there was a lot of players retiring and coaches leaving and things like that. So things were very uncertain with the team. Danica moving to Nashville, taking the head coach position there, provided me with an opportunity to go there and start something new with her, which I was really excited for.
I feel like CNN with all these stories, they keep changing. I totally believe KK Matheny, but Stevie Schnorr said she was going to come back and play for Seattle.
Yeah, that was the word. They were going to go help Danica get started and then return to Seattle. Of course, all of them electing to sign with Nashville. Here's a 2nd and 10. A quick little release to Danielle Hawkins, and that should have been caught as well. So we've seen a bunch of key drop opportunities on both sides here.
KK Matheny not getting any help from her receivers. That's twice, 2 touchdowns that should have been easily caught. She put it right on the money twice tonight, 2 drops.
This Seattle defense has got to dig in here. Only trailing it by a point, but a goal line stand here would go a long ways. A 3rd and goal. That is Dominique Malloy at the top of the screen. A toss. Nene Gleaves. That is the 2nd touchdown of the first half for Gleaves.
Wow, this is like trying to tackle a tornado for Seattle. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She goes through 5 tackles. Unbelievable run.
Seattle has some great size on the defensive side of the ball, but the aggressiveness and the pursuit just not there. That was Denise Simmons had a sure shot. And you're 5'9", 188. You've got to get Gleaves down.
You actually have to, right. Eric Bellamy, also the defensive coordinator. That was shoddy tackling right there. It was a great run, don't get me wrong, but real shoddy tackling.
Now the 2-point attempt, toss right, why not? Back to Gleaves. And Gleaves having no problems getting into the end zone.
Yo, y'all keep saying put Karen in. Karen just jumped off the fucking bench like a dumbass. Karen is the one who got us a damn penalty. Hey, you defensive ends tackling like shit. Y'all are out. I'm telling y'all are killing me. I don't know who missed that first tackle. Who missed that tackle? Who missed the initial tackle? Somebody should have tackled her first. Who missed the tackle? Who? You missed it? Come on, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I put you there for that. Fuck. I put you there for that. Karen. Karen, will you fucking pay attention? You fucking go on the field when you're not supposed to, dipshit.
Honestly, I don't know how to compete with Eric Bellamy. He should have his own stand-up. He's an intense coach.
I love it, but if you're a player, number one, he goes, who missed that tackle? Of course nobody's going to raise their hand because they're going to get yanked out of the game. And then he just put Karen O'Neill on the bench. So she's on the bench. Then he goes, Karen, get out there.
If he's looking for names, it was Denise Simmons, not to throw Denise Simmons and Kat Marabello under the bus, but they missed the tackles. That is a 1st and 10, another drop pass, this time by Nikki Barnhart.
Great pre-snap read by Michelle Angel. They were coming with the blitz. One of the good plays against the blitz. Easy swing pattern out of the backfield. The ball's out there. Barnhart has daylight. Just catch the football.
Barnhart could have turned that into a nice-looking gain. Instead, another drop for Angel. They're going to keep it on the ground with Barnhart and limited to no gain by this Nashville defense. Let's meet their starters.
Dominique Malloy, corner.
Netta Carter, corner.
Stevie Schnorr, strong safety.
Stephanie Collins, safety.
Danielle Hawkins, linebacker.
Whitney Palmer, defensive end.
Nene Gleaves, the end.
The heart of that defense is the middle linebacker, Danielle Hawkins. She did it in Dallas, now she's doing it in Nashville.
So a 3rd and 10 for Angel and company, complete this time. And Kiara Williams does manage to hold on to it. An 8-yard connection.
Great read by Angel, one-on-one. You're against Malloy, you got Williams. The problem is Williams should have gone 10 yards to get to the sticks, the first down sticks, and then turn around and you got the first down.
And trailing this one by 9 points, this offense has got to pick up this first down. Ball at the Seattle 23, they'll need 2 yards. Do you go to the ground here or do you test the air?
I would keep it in the air because the ground game hasn't been there so far.
A 4th and 2, Angel from the shotgun, a deep drop. Looking over the middle, now checking down and completing. That has been her favorite target, the lumberjack, Savannah Wood.
Savannah Wood, great route. Look, they bring the blitz. Angel stays in the pocket, finds the open Wood. Great play by both of them. First down, Seattle.
That was a great pickup by running back Jasmine Carter to pick up the blitz. And a very important conversion for this offense. I think for the psyche of this team coming into this game as a heavy underdog, that conversion was vital.
You can tell they're not scared of Nashville at all.
And that is a 1st and 10 wheel route. That was intended for Jasmine Carter. One of the few times we've seen Michelle Angel miss her target.
Wow, that could have been huge. They came with the blitz. They had 4 rushers. Nobody swinging out with Jasmine Carter. That could have been a touchdown. Michelle Angel put too much on it and flew it over her head.
So the ball remains at the Nashville 18-yard line. Still a lot of time left in this half, and Seattle does have both timeouts remaining. Angel opting to remain in the shotgun, dropping back over the middle again. And she's making no bones about it. She's looking for the lumberjack, Savannah Wood, almost every time she drops back.
There's no doubt about it. Angel likes Wood as their top receiver, but right there it was double coverage. It was not the right read. That's the first time all night long she made the wrong read.
This offense is a new offense, and that is Eric Bellamy, not only the head coach, but the offensive coordinator. So it's going to take some time for them to really get on the same page.
He is the offensive coordinator, but he gives Angel the access to check off and sometimes call her own plays.
And this is Angel in the open field. Great pursuit by the defensive end, Danielle Hawkins.
Nobody's chipping the defensive ends. A game plan I like. Let them come in hard, but then you throw it off to the Y underneath, but you have to chip the defensive ends so they're not full steam at you, like right there, like Hawkins was.
That was Nicole Peterson, the center, that could not hold the block of Danielle Hawkins. Hawkins voted top 5 defensive end in league history. Meanwhile, this offense facing another 4th down conversion here. As we approach the 2-minute mark, this is Angel into the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
Angel is just oozing confidence. One-on-one coverage. She throws it way before Williams breaks. On Malloy, one-on-one, touchdown, back shoulder. She is on fire right now.
Michelle Angel, as I mentioned earlier, was the #1 rated passer when she played for the Dallas Desire. When signed here in Seattle, many people thought Angel should have been the starter ahead of KK Matheny, certainly making the case for that here in the first half.
She was the #1 quarterback in Dallas because she studies the game. Her pre-snap read is better than anyone. She knows where she's throwing the football before she gets the football.
Now the 2-point attempt going into the flat. Kiera Williams getting up complaining about being held. Not a lot of pass interference calls.
Not at all, and that was on Netta Carter.
No pass interference. Shit. That was hands. That was hands first. That was hands. She came back and then she had her hands all over it. Really?
So head coach Eric Bellamy's still lobbying for that pass interference call. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in Seattle. A game where the Seattle Mist are fighting back, trailing this one 15-12. Back to LFL football night in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. Bobby Huco and Mitch Mortaza on the call in a tightly contested game.
A lot of people did not expect it this tight. We did. We spoke about it before the game. Nashville was 8.5-point favorites, but Seattle, Angel, and Coach Bellamy, they came in with a chip on their shoulder, and it's a barn burner right now.
I like how aggressive Seattle is playing. I thought they'd come out be a little more shell-shocked considering the tape they saw on the Nashville Knights opening the season against Austin and routing a very good Austin team.
The game plan was to attack their secondary, and they are doing just that.
A 1st and 10, kind of flat-footed. That was intended for Danielle Hawkins, falling short. And I don't think I've seen KK Matheny quite this off. We saw her, like I said, very flat-footed there.
She does not look as nimble as she did last year. She put on a little more weight. She's throwing flat-footed. And right there, that's all mechanics. Receiver was wide open.
Fakes the end around, reverse to Malloy. Now throwing it back to Malloy. That wasn't going to fool anybody. A great tackle there and convergence by Christine Cortez and Bretta O'Connor.
KK Matheny is famous for getting in trouble, scrambling a little bit, putting the ball right on the money. Not a big gainer, but not a sack either.
And here comes that 8th man here in Seattle. We all know the 12th man with the Seattle Seahawks. They've adopted that here at the ShoWare Center. A 3rd and 12 for KK Matheny and company. From the shotgun, Matheny looking over the middle and not connecting with Danielle Hawkins. So an ideal position for this defense, forcing a 4th and 12.
Not a great play selection. They tried to get Hawkins breaking across, coming from tight end. The ball got tipped, but there was nothing there. Even if she caught the ball on timing, she was going to be brought down way before the first down marker.
That was a great deflection up front by Brittany O'Connor. So a 4th and 12, a minute 13, and Seattle does have both timeouts. So if they can get a stop here, their offense can do some damage.
This crowd is hyped up right now. I think they finally realized they got a real team that can go right at Nashville.
4th and 12. This is Matheny across the middle, and that is complete to the bull. Stevie Schnorr doing damage in the open field. That was a 13-yard connection with Matheny, good enough for a first down.
Linebacker or safety, they have to get right on top of Schnorr out of the backfield. If you give her a head of steam like that, she's going to kill you like she did.
So now a 1st and 10. They're going to go back to the bull. A good carry. Gaining 6 yards. The clock continues to run. Nashville does have a timeout, so they can stop it here. A 2nd and 4 at the Seattle 18. A late substitution here. And Matheny knows it's a free play, telling her receiver to go to the end zone. Instead, getting sacked by number 12. That was Kat Marabello. But this penalty is going to go against Seattle.
Marabello looked like she shot out of a cannon to sack KK Matheny, but they were clearly offsides coming off the bench. I hope it wasn't O'Neal. It better not have been Karen O'Neal.
I think that was Kat Marabello. And you can see Nick Martin and crew discussing it over. This should go against Seattle. That was a late substitution.
Offsides, defense, 5-yard penalty, still second down.
Yeah, so that'll take away another opportunity, another stop for this Seattle defense. Still 29 seconds remaining. Nashville does have a timeout.
35/26 smoke screen. 35/26 smoke screen.
Seattle has been killing themselves the whole first half. Drop passes, penalties the whole first half. They should be winning this football game right now.
KK Matheny really thrives in this position, and the clock started for some reason. And that is what Matheny is complaining about.
Timeout Nashville. That's their second and final timeout of the half.
So the clock does start after a penalty.
Tackle! As soon as you saw, you were supposed to come up and tear her fucking head off for the first down. It was like fucking 4th and 15. I'm telling you, they're gonna go to the weak side because we know they're going strong. So now they're trying to throw this little shit out here.
34/26 smoke screen. Is that what we're running? 26 smoke screen? Yeah, it's a screen, so they know to go fucking up and hit somebody. Let's fucking go. What the fuck are we doing? Let's go. Let the first player go.
I think KK Matheny in that Nashville huddle is starting to get a little nervous. I don't think they thought the margin would only be 3 points this late in the first half.
Absolutely, and then she's frustrated about her teammates. They don't even know the plays. She called a screen, they didn't even know it.
1st and 10 from the Seattle 13. They're gonna fake the reverse to Malloy, evading the rush and throwing into the end zone. And that ball sailed well above the head of Schnorr, setting up a 2nd and 10.
Classic KK Matheny. We've seen this year after year. Eludes the rush, gets open out there, throws the ball. Usually that would have been a touchdown. She just overthrew her. That should have been 6.
Now Nashville can take at least one more shot to the end zone. They're out of timeout, so it can't go underneath and risk the half running out. So you got to go to the end zone here.
Same play, similar to just what they ran right there. Stevie Schnorr in the corner of the end zone, one-on-one, big target. She just missed her.
An empty back set. That is Dominique Malloy at the top of the screen. That is a favorite target for KK Matheny. And there's the confidence of the 5'2" quarterback. Now in her 8th season. Again, faking the handoff to Malloy. And now trying to avoid the rush. Cannot do it. That is the lumberjack, Savannah Wood.
The lumberjack all over the field tonight. She had an early drop the first play of the game, but ever since she is coming off.
We fucking play for the rest of the game. No fucking questions. That's it. Right there. That's the best damn defense y'all played all fucking night. That's what I'm talking about.
And there's that energy going into the locker room. Seattle, despite being down 15-12, they've got to feel good about themselves. And boy, does this set up a second half. Back with halftime after this.
Get your shit together. Defense, we gotta start stepping up. Stacy, you are a beast. Would you hit somebody? That woman is the same size as you and you duck like a little woman. Where you at, Cortez? You were supposed to cut her in half.
A gutsy performance by that team, the Seattle Mist. We welcome you back to LFL Football Night. Mitch Mortaza, Bobby Huco. Here at halftime, Seattle trails it 15-12. That being said, it's only a 3-point margin. This is kind of a ragtag Seattle Mist roster. Bobby Huco, did you expect them to be this competitive with a powerhouse like Nashville?
I really did, because of 2 reasons. Eric Bellamy, the new head coach for Seattle, he's got a fire in his belly. He keeps that team fired up. And the quarterback, Michelle Angel, she is one of the top competitors in the league. She will not roll over and play dead for anybody. I'm telling you what, they look good.
Especially defensively, I like what Seattle did. They limited that high-powered offense for Nashville to merely 45 yards through one half of play.
I was really surprised that defensive line, they held down the bull, Stevie Schnorr, and quarterback KK Matheny. Really bad first half. 3 out of 8 for only 14 yards. That's not good.
I think they're really missing Jade Randall. The former league MVP last year could not be on the roster tonight for personal reasons, and that impacted also the scoreboard. Let's look at the first half scores. First, it was the unexpected rookie Nene Gleaves on this 4-yard touchdown run. That was followed by Michelle Angel on a beautifully executed play-action 11-yard touchdown run. Nene Gleaves, the rookie, responded once again, this time from 2 yards out. And then Angel, a possessed Angel, finds Kiera Williams on a 19-yard touchdown pass. That brings us to our halftime score of 15-12. Let's take a look at the stats.
The loss of Jade Randall, the league MVP, really hurt that Nashville passing game. Only 14 yards passing. And for Seattle, 9 yards rushing in the first half. That's not going to get it done.
A tension-filled and closely played first half. Something has got to give. Let's find out who will rise. The second half kickoff is next. Back to LFL football night, Pikes Place Market. In the background, in the foreground, we look at our 2 starting quarterbacks.
Not great numbers. KK Matheny, only 3 out of 8 for 14 yards. Michelle Angel, not that much better. 4 out of 12, 53 yards, but she does have a TD pass.
And that is Kiera Williams knocking the wind out of that football, sailing it well out of bounds as Nashville will take over at its own 15-yard line. And really, they can't feel very comfortable with a 3-point margin.
Not at all. Danica Brace told me they were going to try to throw the football early in the game. It didn't work. They had a couple drops, granted. But it would not surprise me at all if she goes back to that running game. They have some of the top backs in the LFL and a good offensive line. We'll see.
An embarrassment of riches, really. We knew they had Stevie the Bull Schnorr and Dominique Malloy, but now they could have discovered their third back, Nene Gleaves, who's looked just as good as anybody.
And it's working. At the end of the first half, they gave it to Schnorr. We'll see if she gets more in the second.
A 1st and 10 quick bubble screen. That's Dominique Malloy. And that is someone you want with the rock in the open field. A 10-yard reception, that'll be good enough for a Nashville first down.
Dominique Malloy, you see 11-yard average, probably the fastest player in the LFL. She can run like a gazelle. She'll get more touches here in the second half. That was a perfect tunnel screen. Did you see the tunnel? She caught the ball, the blocks were there, and the tunnel created right toward the middle of the field.
Malloy has got to be any defensive coordinator's nightmare in the open field. Now in the backfield with Stevie Schnorr. As KK Matheny drops back into the shotgun, a draw play. This is Schnorr knocking over defenders. That was a carry of 8 yards, and they are starting to wear down this Seattle defense.
Just like we were speaking about, they faked the pitch outside to the speed back, Malloy. They went out, you give it to Schnorr inside, and the Bull, she is bad to the bone between the tackles. I would expect this the whole second half.
You've got some options. There's Gleaves, Schnorr, and Malloy in your picture. What a combination down the stretch to have those 3 as your offensive weapons. And keep in mind, Jade Randall's not out there. She'll be back.
Jade Randall's not there. And Whitney Palmer, if one of those got nicked up tonight, they put her in and she had a great game.
And there's the old hook and ladder. That'll be limited as far as yardage to 1. Schnorr caught it, pitched it out to Palmer. Great pursuit by that Seattle defense.
Danica Brace going old school with a hook and ladder out of the trip set, which you never see it done out of. Trying a little deception in the LFL, sometimes that works. But right there, Seattle sniffed it out.
So a 3rd and 1 at the Seattle 16-yard line. This Seattle defense trying to keep this game close. Inside handoff. That was too easy for the Bull. A gain of 8 yards and a Nashville first down.
Watch the block up front. Nicole Phillips screens off the middle linebacker. That tells Stevie Schnorr which way to go. Big gainer again between the tackles.
That front line of Nashville really starting to play well. And outside of Danielle Hawkins, not a lot of experience, so surprising how much success that front line's having.
Whitney Palmer, the rookie, she's 5'8", 160 out of Huntsville. She's a stud lineman, and they're doing a great job tonight.
A toss right, that's Gleaves. Again goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Nashville.
Outside, watch the speed. This is speed like Malloy getting outside. Another missed tackle by Williams. How many missed tackles does Seattle have? Another one. Coach Bellamy's going to be going nuts doing stressing technique after tonight's game.
Those arm tackles, we saw it throughout the first half. They're going to really struggle against the Western Conference and some of the bigger backs. when you think of Los Angeles with the F-150 Carmen Borcel, this Seattle defense has got to get it together from a tackling standpoint.
I did not expect that from this Seattle defense. Missed tackles all night long.
Now Seattle opting to go for the 2-point conversion from the 3-yard line. A bit of miscommunication here. Matheny back to pass, and the pocket breaking down. And no chance to complete it there. That was Kiera Williams on the corner blitz.
Williams making up from the previous play where she missed a tackle, which would have stopped the touchdown. She made up by sacking, or not sacking, getting to Matheny to stop the extra point.
So now, Nashville, really this game is playing into their hands because they can just simply run out the clock from this point out with those 3 backs. But if you're a Seattle fan, you feel good about Michelle Angel being back there.
The good thing is she can throw the football. I was really impressed. Her numbers weren't that great. She had some drops too, but she looks good in the pocket, and I know they're going to keep throwing the ball.
So from the shotgun, they're going to fake the draw on a quarterback keeper. And there's the gutsy play of number 7 lowering her shoulder. That's what you're going to get from Michelle Angel. She plays the position like a free safety or a middle linebacker.
She's got that edge. Again, the read option, she kept it herself. The defensive end was there again, just like in her touchdown run, but she eluded that one-on-one tackle and got good yardage.
So a 2nd and 5, nearing the 6-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. And I don't know how Jasmine Carter caught that. We saw a lot of drops in the first half. Perhaps they're starting to make up for it.
You can tell they're starting to gel. Again, it was an adequate pass by Angel. She did the pre-snap read, got it to the right spot. It wasn't a sexy throw down the field, but it got a lot of yardage.
You could see Danica Brace thinking about the challenge, but a great catch by Carter. Now a 1st and 10. They're going to go back to Carter. Carter breaking it to the outside. What a run by the rookie running back. A 9-yard carry.
That's what a good passing game does for you. It opens up traps like this. Watch the block by Ashley Baker Tatum. Kick out block. She goes underneath. Jasmine looking great right now. This offense is moving.
You saw the fire with Jasmine Carter. That is what they need on this team. And they get it with Angel, but you don't see much outside of that.
She's a perfect back for a passing offense. She's fast and she's strong.
So a 2nd and 1. They're going to go back to Carter. And Carter breaking through arm tackles. Touchdown, Seattle.
Michelle Angel quickly becoming a dream for Seattle fans and a nightmare for Nashville. Another perfect read. A blitz was coming, man-to-man coverage. Swing out of the backfield. The safety has to come over and get Jasmine. Watch this. There's nobody there. The safety has to come up. Look at the open field. Open field one-on-one. I'm taking Jasmine anytime.
That's Heidi Ann from the Nashville Knights. Had no chance at her. Jasmine Carter, we didn't hear much about her coming into this game, really making a name for herself here in the second half.
She is absolutely perfect for this offense. I love watching this right down the field quickly.
Now the 1-point attempt here by Seattle. Quick release play. That was intended to Misty Gonzalez, had no shot. And I don't know that I would go to a Gonzalez here. Why not go back to Carter? That'll take us to a media timeout as Nashville extends its lead on the feet of Nene Gleaves. Jasmine Carter responding for Seattle. Back after this.
They're trying to burn the clock out. So you guys got to fucking start seeing it. You guys, they're running the ball. See what I'm saying? So if they're doubling Savannah, what's happening? Some fucking body is open. Tackle, god damn it. We could win this.
The very optimistic rookie coach, we sat down with him and talked about this opportunity.
It was very tough. I mean, the previous regime gave us no help, which really, we expected, but we got over it. We picked up a couple of good athletes to help us move through that transitional period. And I think that we've done well, and I think that we'll show the league that even without the help from the previous regime, we stepped up.
I think he's doing a great job. All its top players are now playing for Nashville. They're like the Legends Cup champions, and right now they're only down 3 points to Nashville.
That was a 6-yard carry by Schnorr. Going back to your point, absolutely. The job Eric Bellamy has done here, he was given a basket of nothing, basically, because everybody deserted him, including the former head coach, Chris Michelson, who was supposed to assist in the transition. I mean, heck, he had that position nationally with the league and completely abandoned a franchise that he helped build over the last 9 years.
You would think it'd be the opposite. This is his franchise. Now you have a new coach. Help the guy out.
A 2nd and 4 ball at the Nashville 21. They're going to go back to Gleaves, and Gleaves getting to the edge, on her feet still, and getting blown up. How about the hit by Kiera Williams? And I think they're going to mark Gleaves out at about the 15-yard line.
What a hit by Williams out of nowhere. Bam! Almost knocks Gleaves up into the Space Needle. What a hit.
That is the aggression this defense is going to need if they're going to get a stop here, because you know what's coming. It's the locomotive, Stevie Schnorr, or they got the option, I guess, with Gleaves and Malloy, but you're going to get the run game.
Williams got the hint from the coach. He said, start making some tackles. Maybe this is going to be the new Seattle defense we're going to see from here on out.
And here comes the 8th man of Seattle again on a 1st and 10 from the 15. They're going to go back to the bull. They've seen that a lot here in Seattle. And that just took the momentum right back to Nashville. A big-time carry by the all-fantasy running back.
You got to like the adjustment that Danica Brace did at halftime. Just abandon the passing game. It wasn't working. She's going to ride the bull for the rest of this game.
And why not? You've got the clock in your favor, although you're only winning by 3 points.
You on roller skates?
Go on the inside. Savannah told me to go on the inside.
For what? What did I tell y'all to do? Man, y'all better start listening. That's now she out there and you over here.
Karen O'Neill cannot buy a break tonight. Eric Bellamy laying into his defensive end, and this is Gleaves. She might as well pitch a tent in the end zone. That is the 4th touchdown for the rookie running back.
You gotta believe. That's a 4th touchdown. Unbelievable. This is her first action at running back ever, and tonight she's got 4. She has an appetite for touchdowns.
Honestly, I don't think anybody saw this coming, this effort from Gleaves. We knew everything about Whitney Palmer after that debut game versus Austin, but from a rookie standpoint, we did not see Gleaves coming.
Unbelievable. It shows you how loaded this team is at running back.
And that is Gleaves trying to leap into the end zone. They're going to give it to her. That was a 2-point conversion. And just like that, Nashville takes an 11-point lead and kind of blows this game open a little bit.
She just ran through a seawall. No blocking out there. 2 defenders just waiting for her, and she ran them both over.
No, listen to me, listen.
The pressure now going back to number 7, Michelle Angel. We've seen this offense. It can deliver. In the 3rd quarter, it was primarily Jasmine Carter. In the first half, Savannah Wood. So it'll be interesting where the rock goes to late in the 3rd and into the 4th quarter.
This game might come down to who has the ball last. Up and down the field so far in the 2nd half, both teams.
1st and 10 at the Seattle 15-yard line. An 11-point margin, not a lot to make up in the LFL. Plenty of time. And this is a quarterback keeper to the right side. And a big hit against the wall. Angel, oh, she's holding that left leg. This would be disaster for Seattle.
A lot of clutter down there on the sideline. She looked like she was thrown right into the wall, which is never good.
And there's the Seattle Mist medical staff and head coach Eric Bellamy making his way out. You could see Angels in pain there. Let's take another look at this. And wow, head first into the wall, but she's holding her left
you on the
leg.
Field, can't get out the way. Sloppy ass. God damn it.
And that's the camera crew, field level camera crew.
Man, y'all gotta get better cameramen, he can't move out the way.
Head coach Eric Bellamy blaming the camera crew down on the field, but I don't know that they were in the way. And that is a great sign. Michelle Angel able to get up under her own power. But can she stay in this game? That's the question.
It does look like her ankle. The good thing is she's putting pressure on it. She's moving it around. I'm just glad it wasn't her head because she went in the wall head first. Her ankle actually looks okay. She's smiling.
Yeah, at first glance, that's a great sight if you're a Seattle Mist fan. At first sight, it looked like she went head first into the wall. And to have her hold her ankle or knee, I thought that may be an ACL or MCL.
That shows you how tough she is. She's a baller, man. She's going to tape an aspirin on it and she's not even going to leave the game for a play.
Now, this is interesting. If they stop the game for an injury, that player has to leave the field, but they're going to allow Angel to stay on the field.
Referee Nick Martin has made a couple mistakes tonight. That's one of them right there. You were so correct. I just saw earlier in the game when Danica Brace came off the bench, that should have been a penalty he didn't call. He needs to study the rules a little bit.
So a 2nd and 9, they gave Angel a yard on that previous carry. We'll see if Angel can respond here after that brutal hit against the wall. There is Kiera Bryant in motion, looking down the field and not able to connect. Dominique Malloy, they're seeing something on that side that they can expose potentially.
Well, they went one-on-one again like they did for the touchdown on the back shoulder the first half. To Williams in the corner, they tried again. That was a bad throw by Angel right there.
Where's the PIs at? She's not even going for the ball. She's just stopping in front of my receiver.
Here's the thing. If you want to yell at me,
my God,
I'd pull your quarterback off when she gets injured. That's right out of the rule. We gave you free.
We got another one.
Oh, there you go. So apparently, knowingly, they did not take Angel out, and this is the result, a connection with number 18, Nikki Bernhardt, the former Omaha Heart player.
Here we go again. They're bringing pressure, just swinging Bernhardt out of the backfield, and she bursts through these tackles like nothing. I cannot believe the way they are going down the field at ease over this talented Nashville defense.
This onslaught of an offense for Seattle really started late in the first half, and it is carried over into the third quarter.
You don't think Chicago and Atlanta are taking notes right now?
Forget Chicago and Atlanta. What about Austin and Los Angeles in the West? That is Jasmine Carter. The good-looking rookie running back tears off 5 yards. And that should bring us officially to the end of 3 quarters of play in Seattle, Washington, with Nashville extending its lead to 11, back with the 4th quarter after this. Back to LFL football night. A great crowd on hand tonight in Seattle for championship night as the Seattle Mist unveiled their banner and welcome in the Nashville Knights.
The way Michelle Angel's playing quarterback tonight, I don't think it's going to be long before they put up another banner here in Seattle.
Seattle certainly looked a lot more impressive than a lot of people thought. And how about the effort of Jasmine Carter here in the second half? Limited to a 3-yard carry, but she's moving the ball and the sticks for Seattle.
I really like her. She runs with a purpose. There was nothing there. She got 3 yards from nothing.
Now a 3rd and 2. Seattle still very much so in this game. Only an 11-point margin and 2 timeouts remaining for Michelle Angel in this offense.
They haven't been stopped the entire second half. They have Nashville on roller skates going backwards.
And that Nashville defense is a really strong one. Now into the end zone. How about the touch pass from Michelle Angel to Kiera Williams?
This was a checkoff at the line of scrimmage. Williams picked it up one-on-one with Bobby Wolf. Williams might want to hand Bobby Wolf her ankles back. She could not even get up off the ground.
This Seattle team will simply not go away. As you mentioned it, they were an 8.5-point underdog coming into this game. And now with a 2-point conversion, they're within 3 points.
This is basically against the champs. I know it's Nashville, but all the players won a championship last year.
A high snap back to the Lumberjack. That is Savannah Wood. And Wood will be stopped short. A great tackle by Molly Richardson.
Can I go back to that check off? Some teams don't even allow their quarterback to check off. Here's Michelle Angel, a first year, checking off to a rookie playing wide receiver, and they both connected on the check off and scored a touchdown.
The confidence that Michelle Angel has and the leash that Eric Bellamy has given Michelle Angel to call this offense is starting to pay dividends.
Well, that's it. When you let a quarterback call their own plays, it shows confidence in the quarterback. If you remember last year with KK Matheny, Michelson would be in arguments every game with Matheny. Right now, Bellamy's letting Angel run the show.
Chris Michelson, the former head coach and offensive coordinator of Seattle, and that young lady, KK Matheny, you're right. There was a lot of egos at play when it came to their offense. That is Dominique Malloy on the reverse. Nashville's offense also looking impressive, a nice 9-yard carry.
As every jockey knows, it's nice to have a fast horse. They give it to their fast horse. Malloy around the end on a jet sweep, big yardage.
God damn it, stay the fuck outside. Do not go in. If you go inside, you coming out. Stay outside.
Coach Eric Bellamy is absolutely right. He's saying protect the edges. They tend to run those reverses with Dominique Malloy very often, and they're giving him the outside edge.
This is the first game for Seattle. They are going to work on this defense. Their offense looks like it's there. They're going to be a tough team to handle pretty soon.
That is a draw to the bull. And this time that Seattle defense, at least on the interior, get a necessary stop. Great tackle by Kat Marabello.
It is very clear that the offensive game plan in the second half was give the ball to the bull and let her do the rest. And then when they come inside, you give it to Malloy outside or Gleeds. What an offense, a running offense, 0 passing.
And what about that front three by Seattle? They're starting to come in their own with every snap. What a lot of people don't realize, these ladies were not on this roster last season. This, in essence, is a flipping of the script. The Seattle Mist are the expansion team, and the Nashville Knights are the Legends Cup champions. And guess what? Seattle is within 5 points of the Legends Cup champions.
You know what's amazing about this? It's the first coaching night ever in the LFL for Eric Bellamy, and he's within 5 points of Nashville and has a chance to win this thing.
That was a Y handoff to Whitney Palmer. We haven't heard much from Palmer. A great game against Austin, but has been quieted in this one.
What does that tell you about the strength of this running game for Nashville? They have 4 backs that can go, a 4-headed monster now.
Ball at the Seattle 16. The defense for Seattle has got to get a stop here, trailing this game by 5 points. That was a double pitch. This one to Dominique Malloy. And Malloy, with that quickness, somehow ekes out 7 yards.
I like the play selection. You got Schnorr going up the middle all night long in the second half. They collapse on her, and Schnorr pitches it back to Malloy for a big gainer.
This defense, as I said, very young with Seattle, not disciplined yet, and that young lady, Danica Brace, can recognize an undisciplined defense.
I am really impressed with Danica Brace. This is only her second game as a head coach in the LFL. She's undefeated, and she's taken charge of this team on offense and defense.
Danica Brace has really been given a championship team, just ride it out. And that's what she's going to do here with Dominique Malloy. A 4-yard carry setting up a 2nd and goal.
I'm really surprised Eric Bellamy, the defensive coordinator, has not made adjustments. They're not throwing the football, and the safeties are still 10 yards back. He should bring them up and stop the run game, and he'd have a chance with this game.
It's almost an Ole-like defense. They're trying to get their offense back out on the field because you don't see it being contested, the run for Nashville. So I don't know what the mindset is. To your point, I think I would crash the gaps and bring up your safeties.
Well, they're inside the 10-yard line now, but before they were way back. They're still back.
A 2nd and goal toss to Nene Gleaves. And finally, this defense recognizes, and that was Cortez coming up from the corner position.
They've got a lot more aggressive here in the second half. In the first half, they couldn't tackle anybody. Look at this, 3 yards in the backfield, perfect form, throw her into the wall. That's what they need to do.
So now, a 3rd and goal. And if you want to talk about a colossal goal line stand and ever needing one, this Seattle defense needs it right here.
The problem is for Nashville, they have one of the best quarterbacks ever to play in the LFL, KK Matheny.
3rd and goal, ball at the 6. This is Matheny back to pass, has a receiver. KK Matheny finding Stevie Schnorr. We saw that crossing pattern in the second quarter lead to a big-time first down. And in that case, that could be the back-breaking touchdown for Nashville.
Same exact play, give the time in the pocket. Stevie Schnorr one-on-one against the linebacker, crossing, like you said, same one that scored earlier. You cannot stop it. And then she yells up in the crowd, you want my autograph now or later? That is Stevie the Bull Schnorr.
Stevie Schnorr really trimmed down this offseason, and that's given her an opportunity to kind of work into the passing game some more. Over the middle, wide open. Danielle Hawkins, the tight end, on a release play, and that'll extend Nashville's lead to 37-24.
Another great read by KK Matheny, a double release. She reads where the linebacker goes and finds the receiver, and she found a touchdown.
So now Seattle down 13 points with just under 4 minutes remaining. I think the run game at this point is out, partner. You got to open up this offense.
I agree. The running game hasn't been that good except when it's opened up by the passing game. You got Michelle Angel. She's calm under pressure. You have 4 minutes left in the game, a lot of time.
They've had some success with Kiara Williams and Savannah Wood. We'll see if they go back to those two. Angel from the shotgun, looking down the field. Blanket coverage and an interception by Dominique Malloy. They kept going to Malloy's side, and they finally made her pay for it.
Great pressure again. The ball well underthrown. That's it right there. If she throws it deep, she's got a shot. She was pressured out of the pocket. She probably just should have taken a 2-yard game and teed up again.
These bitches ain't even covering. They're just running and stopping. They not covering nobody.
That's Eric Bellamy still complaining about a pass interference, but that was great coverage by Dominique Malloy. I don't know that I go for the whole shebang on the first play. Work your way down the field and get yourself back into this game.
I agree. There's a lot of time. Just do what they were doing the whole game. On the tight end release, the swings out of the backfield, work the way down, and then bam, maybe take a shot after that.
A 1st and 10 Nashville. With under 4 minutes remaining, we'll just work on the clock now. Seattle officially has 2 opponents, the scoreboard and the Nashville Knights.
Everybody in the house knows who's getting the football.
And there it is. You called it, Bobby Hugo. The Bull, Stevie Schnorr, gaining 7 yards. And at some point, you're going to see the Seattle defense really wear down. I think we're starting to see it already.
If you fire the bull at them all night long, just pound them, pound them, pound them, you're right, it's going to take an effect on them, and it is. She hasn't been stopped the whole second half.
When you're breaking off 7 yards on first down, boy, does that open up your playbook for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th down.
Again, this is Eric Bellamy's first game as an LFL coach. He will have a different game plan next time they play Nashville.
So a 2nd and 3, ball at the 15, going back to the Bull in a wide open lane and busts it open. Stevie Schnorr, a 17-yard carry.
Great blocking outside. Look at the downfield blocks by Palmer right there, but really shoddy tackling again. If they can work on anything, this defense needs to work on technique and tackling.
Kara Bryant just whiffing on Stevie Schnorr. And I think you nailed it. They've got a really good developing offense, does Seattle. And at times they've shown that they could play collectively defensively, and it's been the tackling. The tackling has been really poor, especially here in the second half.
And it's showing. It's the most boring offense ever. Give it to the Bull, but they cannot stop it, so I don't blame them.
If it ain't broke, why not? And once again, Stevie Schnorr This time a 9-yard carry. So in 3 successive plays, Stevie Schnorr has racked up 33 yards of offense.
And more importantly for Nashville, they're running the clock down.
That'll take us to the 2-minute warning here in the fourth quarter. In a fourth quarter that saw Seattle rally behind its high-powered offense, but going to the well against Dominique Malloy one too many times, as Nashville is now in a position to blow this game open. Back for the final 2 minutes, and in 3 weeks, we are in Los Angeles, California, as the Los Angeles Temptation are in a desperate position at 0-2, hosting the 1-1 Austin Acoustic.
Another gunslinger. Shea Winfrey's going to be in LA. That should be a fun game, and who knows if Ashley Salerno will be playing.
A 2nd and 1 with 2 minutes remaining, and barely getting the handoff to the Bull. That'll be good enough for a 1st and goal Nashville as the clock continues to run down.
KK Matheny showing great athleticism right there. Somebody stepped on her foot. She was falling down, but somehow got the ball to the Bull for another gain.
A great effort to this point by Seattle. Keep in mind, with 4 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter, this was a 3-point ball game. And now Nashville on the verge of closing this out.
The second half was a windshield wiper game until that interception by Angel. That might have been the dagger.
So a 1st and goal, pitch out to Nene Gleaves, who's had an MVP-like performance. And Gleaves will get it down to about the 3-yard line.
She's slaying it tonight. Nobody can tackle her. This whole running game from Nashville is incredible. And then again, the tackling for Seattle is not good.
Eric Bellamy looking on in disbelief. I think he also thought his team would be more competitive, specifically his defense.
I think we all thought that. I'm kind of shocked that they have not tackled anybody here in the second half.
With 1:12 remaining, interesting that Seattle is really holding on to those last 2 timeouts, hoping for a miracle here. A 2nd and goal, ball at the Seattle 3-yard line. And they're going to hand it off to Nene Gleaves, and Gleaves exploding. That looked like she absolutely bulldozed the left corner for Seattle.
Holding, offense number 14. 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
So they're going to take the score off the board.
Her sorry ass been holding the whole game. Every down she's holding.
Coach Bellamy might have a point there. You look at the size difference. Phillips at 160 and Savannah Wood almost 200. That's a tough block, but that was a very obvious hold.
So now a 2nd and goal. Believe it or not, Seattle's still in this game. If they can get a hold here, they've got 2 timeouts, get a quick score, and an onside kick.
That's a great point. With that air attack offense, you're right. They can score very quickly.
A 2nd and goal handoff going back to the bank, or should I say the Bull, Stevie Schnorr. That'll be gain of 4, and Seattle still not calling a timeout here.
Very surprised. Under 1 minute left. They got to do something to get the ball back.
Timeout. I ain't going to waste it, because if I waste it, that's going to give them fucking energy, and they'll score on us.
I'm not sure I understand that logic.
Fuck.
Yeah.
For what?
There ain't no point.
We ain't gonna get no touchdown. I don't want them to call. For what?
Call it.
For what? For what? For what?
Just try to slow the clock down.
So Coach Eric Bellamy not believing his team can score here, just trying to keep Seattle out of the end zone, or should I say Nashville.
Coach Bellamy, I liked everything he was doing all night until that. You have to call a timeout because in this arena with the LFL, you can score quickly, try onside kicks, get the ball back, and score a couple touchdowns in 30 seconds.
Not to mention, give your defense a rest and a breather. They've been out on the field for the majority of the second half. And when you don't give them a rest, what happens on the very next play? Nene Gleaves scores her 5th touchdown of the night.
Gleaves, unbelievable night, 5 touchdowns, telling Seattle to take a spoon and taste defeat.
And this has got to be very sweet for KK Matheny and Stevie Schnorr in particular. They got a lot of bad press coming into this game. They've got to like this outcome.
They win the game. The MVP, Jade Randall, didn't play. All they do is win, and they look good. I mean, they look great on the ground. That passing game wasn't there tonight, but that'll pick up with Randall.
Gleaves was kept out of the end zone there. So our score will remain 43-24 for Seattle with 22 seconds remaining. Every rep counts. So good for their offense to see a little more competition against a pretty good defense in Nashville here.
And you know their quarterback, Michelle Angel, she is not going to give up until their zero is on the clock. I guarantee you she's going to throw it around right here in the last few seconds.
So Seattle will get one more shot here. And for Nashville, they remain, as you said, they will go to 2-0, beating Austin earlier this season. So they'll be at the top of the Eastern Conference, while Seattle drops to 0-1, but still alive because the West is wide open. Nobody's really running away with it. Austin is 1-1, and they're in first place.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense number 10, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
That penalty on the Lumberjacks, Savannah Wood. And this is, like I said earlier, you got to still stay mentally sharp because you haven't had a lot of football to this point. Use these last 20 seconds to sharpen it up. A crossing pattern, and that is complete. That is one of the bright spots, Jasmine Carter. And for some reason, now Seattle is calling a timeout to stop the clock.
Now they think they can score. That's a rookie coach. He doesn't know when to use the timeouts, but it does give them another play. And you're right, though. Jasmine looked great tonight. Angel looked good. The offensive line, they got to protect the quarterback better. She took a lot of shots tonight, and obviously they got to work on their tackling on defense.
This will be a 2nd and 8. Angel from the shotgun looking to set up the little release play, and does. That is Nikki Bernhardt. And Bernhardt, if she can learn this offense, she could be another weapon for him. She had a great career in Omaha. We'll see if it translates here in Seattle.
Look at the touch there to get it over the defensive end in front of the safety by Angel. Velvet touch. The passing game is there. For Nashville, you got to wonder why Angel can throw this good in the second half against your secondary.
1st and 10, ball at the Nashville 23. This could be the last play of the game, so you would think they'd go to the end zone. No, they're going to check it down. That is complete to the Lumberjacks, Savannah Wood, but well short of the goal line. And that'll do it for us, 43-24. As I said, Nashville now undefeated.
KK Matheny does what she does. Championship quarterback, got out of here with a win. They'll be fine for Seattle. They have a big upside. Should be fun to watch them.
Jade Randall out did not matter as Nene Gleaves really stepped up for this Nashville team. And as I said earlier, they improved to 2-0. They go home now to host the Denver Dream on June 23rd. For Seattle, it doesn't get much easier. They hit the road. Traveling to Atlanta, the powerhouse Steam. That'll be a June 16th game. And that'll do it for us here, partner, from Seattle, Washington. The Nashville Knights, surprisingly, or maybe not, moved to 2-0 behind the play of their run game, led by Stevie Schnorr and Nene Gleaves. For Seattle, the bright spot, the play of Michelle Angel and several other role players, and Kiera Williams, the Lumberjacks, Savannah Wood, and Jasmine Carter. For my partner, Bobby Huco, this is Mitch Mortaza, and we will see you in 3 weeks on LFL Football Night.